You are listening to Author Shenanigans, two authors separated by a common language.
All right, do you know this one? Caddy corner.
No, I know what a corner is.
Okay, so imagine, and you would get this oftentimes in the South, you know, that you're going to have the little towns are going to have the main city hall, and then around it there's going to be a square, right? And so let's say that you're in one corner of the square, and someone says, hey, can you tell me where the coffee shop is? And they're saying, yeah, it's Caddy corner from us. What they mean is it's not the corner you can see, either one. It's the one that's diagonally across the main city hall on the other side. So even if you come up to a regular four-way stop, Caddy corner is the one that's 45 degrees away from you.
45?
Yes.
180?
No, 45. So if you, oh, good Lord. All right, folks.
Oh, okay. So
here,
yeah,
Caddy corner is that one.
What?
Caddy corner, if you're in this corner, Caddy corner is that one.
Okay, yeah, right. Okay.
Wow, I did not know I was going to have to use all
No,
of these.
because 45 would be like straight ahead, and then 45 degrees is that way.
That's
so
90.
It depends on you. No,
90?
That would be 90.
Oh,
that's 45.
Yes, yes. So that would be Caddy. So if you have a four-way stop, a square, right? 90 is either to your right or straight ahead. 45 is taking you across. Two authors separated by common math.
No, because you take so you're taking the reading from the wrong place. So you start with where you're facing.
Yes, which is
so
not
if you
normal.
say, oh, at 2 o'clock, it's going to be over that way.
Yeah, that's Caddy corner.
So you'd say, no, it's not that way. That way is
okay,
Caddy corner.
So you're walking.
So you'd say 12 o'clock, walking down the street, across the quad.
You come to a quad, and you're still looking straight ahead because that's how you looked. All right.
Yes. So you'd say
90
straight across.
degrees is going to the right.
90 degrees is going to the right, which isn't even in the quad.
Here, but if your other choice is this way, ouch, at 90 degrees, yes, normally you would go this way or that way. Those are the only two ways to go with a four-way
No.
stop.
Okay, right, fine.
45 degrees.
No, I don't. Your brain's doing some weird ass shit that.
Oh, I do. Oh, son of a bitch.
No, you.
Where's
Do you want to use some PowerPoint here?
Oh my gosh, I do
just
not.
to prove that you're right.
Now, how in the world can we not be talking English here?
I do believe that this is probably geometry. Which, honestly, I'd trust my geometry more than yours in this particular case.
Is that a four-way stop? Yes or no? Yeah.
Okay, fine. Right.
All right. You either go straight ahead.
Yeah.
Or to the right.
Okay. Or to the left.
Well, okay, but we're talking about if you're going. I mean, yeah, but there's nothing to talk about if you ended up going that way.
Why?
So you're either going this way, right, or that way. Yes.
Okay.
Either straight ahead or 90 degrees to your left.
Right.
Well, you're right, my left, but yes.
Okay.
So you're right. 45 degrees, right? Correct, is Caddy corner.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, but that's if you're on that side on the sidewalk. So if you're on the pavement, but if what you were describing, what you were describing. Well, in a car you wouldn't be, or on a motorbike, or in a truck, or whatever. What you were describing was 45 degrees from a quad.
Crosswalk.
So you go into a quad.
You have a four-way stop.
Do you know what a quad is? A quadrangle.
What the hell? What, a quadrangle? You
said quad yourself.
I said a four-way stop.
No, before. Okay, let's watch it on the recording because you said quad.
He was right. He was right. Anyway.
Okay, so you've made your point.
Sucked in by the accent.
What, you mean like you are?
Beware the accent. The t-shirts. Beware the accent. All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
Hey, wait.
What?
Wait.
Oh, that. It doesn't matter because I'm going to have to give you the word anyway. Well, yeah, you're probably going to get this one. Citified.
Someone who is accustomed to the city, become accustomed to the city, like socialized into the city.
It's sort of, yeah, but very close. What it typically means is, and to your point, you probably meant this, urban, sophisticated, or more sophisticated. They're not country.
Okay.
So, you know, Tanya left her mom's house and she became citified. So that's it.
Okay.
Clicker. This is related to the living room, the clicker.
Oh, is it the remote control?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. See, so apparently how many syllables do I have to give you a hint? But yes, the clicker. Yes. Oh, we've talked about this one. It's terribly relevant. Coke. So if someone says, I'm getting a Coke, what is that? No. For the record, we've not talked about cocaine. Coca-Cola. Coke.
Yeah, we did. We did. We mentioned it in passing in conjunction with Coca-Cola.
Oh, okay. All right. So Coke in the South, at least I thought I talked to you about this. We may mean Coca-Cola, or we may mean any other carbonated beverage.
Yeah, see, that's just screwed. Like, what the fuck's soda anyway? Like, as a kid growing up, you hear soda on movies, and you're like, what is this magical substance that they drink?
All right, so soda actually, I think, and this is just me putting some stuff, what?
And then what happens is you ask for soda in a bar, and they go, what, soda water? And you're like, yeah, I want to try it. And you get a glass of this no, like in England, because we don't have soda, we have, so they have soda water. So you know when you have the squirty stuff out, the taps, right?
Yes.
So before they put the pop mix in, which is the sugary sweetener thing, you have that base kind of fluid. And it's just like I don't know whether it's saline or something,
well, no,
carbonated solution.
Saline
right?
Carbonated.
Well, same diff. It still tastes like shit. And so that's what they give you. And it's like, that must be soda. But so all of these Americans are drinking this carbonated nothing.
No, that's not true. Back in the early 20th century, 1900s, you would go to the pharmacy because the pharmacy could give you stuff, right? You would ask for soda water, and they would give you the water with a added substance. That's what Pepsi and Coke and Dr. Pepper and everything used to be. They would have a little bit of something to flavor the soda water. So if you ask for soda water, they'd probably generally ask you what flavor do you want to add to it.
Oh, so the pharmacy would sell not just medicinal things, but also like, oh my God, okay.
Yeah.
And all right.
It used to be like, even in Moulton, which is where my dad comes from, it's a small town here in Texas. Even when I was younger, we could go to the pharmacy, and inside there it would be kind of like a little 5 and dime. And they had a little cafe where you could go around the corner and you could get soda water and burgers, I think, and just little things that came along with it. The pharmacy was much more of a hit place way back when. Unfortunately, they've done sideways. So.
Well, just stocking drugs and shit.
Well, California, when we first went there back in 2009, there is a pharmacy, and they have like there's a inexpensive ice cream. I can't remember, it's like Thirsties or something. I can't remember. Anyway, this is inexpensive ice cream, and you'd go in there just because you could get 2 scoops for like $1 versus $5, and it was awesome. So a holdout.
Nice. Huh. I've had ice cream once since I've been here, but I was so bitterly disappointed. So like in Haagen-Dazs, in like a normal. No.
Haagen-Dazs is completely made up. You know that, right?
What? Oh yeah. But the ingredients that they use in it are completely natural in Europe, like the whole of Europe. It's even like in all of their like trading material and stuff.
I thought that was true here in the States. I don't think Haagen-Dazs.
No.
Really?
No, this is the devastating thing. Like I picked up a tub, I was thinking, oh, a taste of something nice, and I can eat it because it hasn't got all this shit. It's got high fructose corn syrup in it, and it tastes like ass.
Okay.
No, ass tastes like, but you know what I mean. That's just an expression.
Ben and Jerry's. Try Ben and Jerry's. I think they are all natural, period. I mean, as in going so far as to make sure that the cows that they use are like organically fed versus high BHP or some shit. You'd have to look at it.
Cool. Okay.
So look for Ben and Jerry's.
Ben and Jerry's.
That'll fuck up your keto.
I'll have to do it on a cheat day.
Okay, commode.
I'm gonna have my first donut in God knows how long when I get to a cheat day.
And you're gonna have to. So the thing that I love about donuts, and I shared it once with you, is that the saying is there's nothing that tastes as good as donuts. No, there's nothing that tastes as good as skinny feels, except donuts. They tell skinny to go fuck itself. I love that. Here in Texas, we eat Shipley's a lot, and so we're kind of big Shipley's. I know it's mostly a Texas thing.
What is it? A type of donut, or is it?
Oh no, it's a donut company.
Okay.
So, and they started down in Houston. I'm pretty sure I've eaten at the original Shipley's. So they're a potato flour-based donut.
As opposed to wheat.
I presume, since they're kind of all of.
Are they yummy?
Well, yeah. Hell yeah.
No, they're yummy because they're. They're yummy because they're Shipley's rather than like just normal donuts, right?
Oh, well, the thing about Shipley's for me is you can't like let them sit over a day or two, right? What's Krispy Kreme, right? So you get Krispy Kreme and you can get them that. If you get Krispy,
nom nom.
Yeah, exactly. I got that. But if you get Krispy Kreme, you can eat them right away, and they're delicious. They're like they just dissolve in your mouth. If you wait and they get kind of hard and cold, not that good. But you stick them back in this microwave for like 12 seconds, and they are 80% as good as when they're brand new. Right?
You're a donut connoisseur.
Yeah, there's not a lot to do here in Texas. We eat a lot. It's really fucking hot here. I mean, come on. And the weather changes all the time. So the other thing that I was going to say is, like at Shipley's, though, if I nuke it, it's just not the same experience. Maybe 40% as good as the original. So I don't know if that's based on the wheat versus potato, filling or not filling, but flour, or what it is. But it's just not as good, except their sausage and cheese kolaches, which you probably don't have a clue what that is.
No.
Okay, kolaches themselves, I think, are Czechoslovakian, and there was a lot of them when I was growing up in the Moulton and Hallettsville and Whitting area, which is like nowhere practically. But you get kolaches. There's a kind that's kind of a bread that's kind of like this big, and then it's got an area about that in the center, which is usually fruit filling. Anyone who knows me, I'm not doing any fruit filling. So the other kind of kolaches are typically like a sausage inside of a bread that surrounds it. And you can have sausage and cheese. You can have like jalapeno sausage. Oh crap, don't accidentally eat one of those when you're not expecting it. So anyway, Shipley's is known for their kolaches as well. And those do microwave well. Oh. Those are a meal, just a delicious meal. And they're also more delicious when they're fresh.
Okay.
All right.
I remember that.
Okay, commode. You know what that is?
It's a Japanese. Oh no, that's kimono.
I don't think my accent is that bad. Commode.
You do realize I have a problem with language, just generally.
Of course you do.
No, I always have, and I blame the mathematics. Because I used to teach myself shitloads of maths, and I didn't talk to anyone, so it just took me longer to kind of catch up with language. I think it was well into my 20s before I was at common actually talking to people.
Okay, I'll give you that one. But in reality, you wouldn't necessarily know a lot of these things. Otherwise, they wouldn't be, Southern phrases that Yankees don't know. And instead of a Yankee, you get to sit there and ask whether or not you know them. So commode is no, right?
I guess. Well, yes, no. I could guess. Right?
Yes,
huh?
It's for the tilt switch.
I would. That's why you're going all embarrassed. I should have seen that as a clue. So it's the toilet. So it's like the water closet itself.
Okay, when y'all say water closet, we just think of going into a closet, turning on something, and water falls down. We have no fucking clue what water closet means.
It's the loo.
Is that a shower?
But it's the loo. So it's a polite way of saying the loo. So, but Lou is the kind of like middle class, if people still use that. So no, like you walk it. So, words. You have the toilet itself, which is like the mechanism, the thing that you sit on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the toilet. But you can also refer to the room as the toilet.
Okay.
But instead of like, so I'm going to the toilet, but you'd say water closet it's old. Like I remember Mrs. Pilkington, my year 3 teacher in junior school, explaining what the water closet was. And that's why everywhere you go, it has WC over the doors of the water closet of the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
So, but my point was I would never have guessed that was what a commode was. I was thinking, well, maybe it's like a cupboard.
Okay.
But there's an association there. Cupboard, closet. And I'm sure like
for us, I mean, at least in the South, a cupboard is, at least what I remember, is like the food pantry.
No, a cupboard is like anything that you can like open and store things in. We don't have pantry. That's a silly word.
Yeah, I heard that it's like, so an American might say, I need to go to the restroom. And y'all are like, but y'all have to translate that into going to the toilet.
Yeah, but get this. So I used to work at a cinema, like when I was doing my GCSEs and stuff. And I remember this one patron came in, and she was like one of these very well-to-do ladies and like quite old. And she asked one of the girls, like, oh, could you show me where the cloakroom is, please? So she wanted the toilet. And like anyone with half a brain would have been able to go, oh, she wants the lady. So it's just down there and left. And this other girl who also had the same name as me, which I was like devastated about because like the way that they got us mixed up. And I'm like, she has half the brain. She goes, sorry, we don't have a cloakroom. And she's like, you don't have a cloakroom? And at that point, I just had to step in because it was just too painful.
She was being literal, right?
Right. But like, you would kind of go, hang on, why would an older lady be asking for a cloakroom? Oh, maybe it's because she's calling it something. Like, what's the most obvious thing that someone comes up to you and asks at this spot in the cinema? They want the toilets. It's like, come on.
Okay,
so
we're there. Okay, so and I'm going to give you a little bit of a setup. He doesn't have a pot to piss in.
I know this because there was a movie with David Tennant in it, and it wasn't about him. It was about the girls, the really naughty girls, St. Trinians. Was it St. Trinians? So it's like the sequel or something. I watched the sequel. So it was. Well, I thought I had to do like full confession here. So one of them said, oh, she hasn't got a pot to piss in, miss. And Miss goes, she said something like, yes. So the teacher, the head teacher was like, excuse me, can you say that again properly? And she goes, so one has not got a pot in which to piss.
Okay, what does it mean?
Oh, I see. It's like, so she hasn't got any money.
There you go.
Okay.
And this is how come this takes so long.
No, but that was funny in the movie because you went, okay.
Yes, no, I get that. Okay.
I
was by the end of that, though, I'm trying to figure out if you even know what this is. Okay, so that was number 15.
Out of how many?
Number 16, dressing.
You do realize we've been going 40 minutes now.
What? 40?
40.
Okay, so we need to stop here, and then we'll do the next ones next time.
Okay,
we'll go start with 16. Yeah, really. That's it. We're out of here.
Okay, so bye.
Take care. Y'all have fun.
You've been listening to Author Shenanigans.
2 authors separated by common language.
I'm Ellie Clarke, author of... I couldn't even say my name then. Here we go.
That's right. Go ahead. Did you spell it right?
Fuck off. You've been listening to Author Shenanigans.
2 authors separated by common language.
I'm Ellie Clarke, author of The Ascension Myth.
And I'm Michael Anderley, creator of the Arthurian Gambit.
And you can check out other episodes on lawnfairies.com. Bye for now.
Ciao. Arrivederci. Auf Wiedersehen.